Listen, if you thought episode 1 was disturbing, unsettling, or shocking, then episode 2 is about to break your trust in this town forever. Because everyone saw the ending of episode 1 and said the same thing. Wait, was that real? Or was it a nightmare? The blood, the screams, the missing children. Lily walking out holding Susie's hand like it was some kind of keepsake from a nightmare. And then she wakes up, safe, breathing hard, sweat on her skin, reality rearranged. But here's the part nobody understands. Pennywise doesn't just kill people. He kills certainty. He rewrites what you believe is real. And Lily, she's not waking up from nightmares. She's waking up into one. Because the most dangerous thing you can do in Derry is tell the truth. Lily knows what she saw. She remembers every detail of that horror. But the town already calls her crazy. Loony Lily. The girl whose father died in the pickle factory. The girl who got sent to Juniper Hill. So when she says, I saw something, nobody hears fear in her voice. They hear insanity. And that's exactly what Pennywise wants. Because the moment the world refuses to believe you, you become alone. And Pennywise feeds on the isolated. But here's where things get darker. And this part is easy to miss in the trailer. The flash of the doctors. The chair. The little girl trembling. That wasn't just a memory. That was manipulation. Pennywise is reaching back into Lily's past. He's not haunting her now. He's rewriting the way she remembers her own life. Fear doesn't start in the present. Fear starts in the story you tell yourself about who you are. And Pennywise, he is rewriting Lily's story. Cut to school. Lily and Ronnie walking into class like nothing happened, while the town whispers. People don't say it out loud, but they all think it. Those two know something. Those two saw something. Those two are lying. But now, something changes. The group grows. Because tragedy doesn't bring comfort, it brings allies. Enter Will Hanlon, the boy who knows the history of Derry a little too well. The boy whose father is trusted. The boy who remembers things nobody talks about. He looks Lily in the eyes and says, there's a history of stuff like this happening in Derry. Not rumor. Not superstition. Not ghost stories. History, patterns, cycles. Pennywise returns every 27 years. Not by accident. By design, and Will is the first person who doesn't think Lily is crazy. And do you know how powerful one believer is in a room full of silence? It's enough to start a war. So the group does the one thing every sane person in Derry would avoid. They go into the sewers. Because the voices Lily heard in the bathroom pipes were in hallucinations. And Ronnie heard them too. Inside the theater. Where the blood was washed clean before anyone ever saw it. Derry doesn't hide crimes. Derry digests them. And the sewers. That's not just where Pennywise lives. That is his cathedral, his temple, his feeding chamber. And once you step inside, you don't come back the same. But here's the part that nobody is ready for, Marge. The bandaged eye. The shaking hands. The tears. She whispers, is it gonna happen again? But the truth is, it never stopped. Fear is not a reaction here. It's a language. And Pennywise speaks it fluently. Marge smells like fear now, and fear is the scent that calls the monster. She is marked. She is seen. She is next. Even if she doesn't know it yet. But Pennywise knows. And Pennywise is patient. Because Pennywise doesn't hunt the strongest. He hunts the breaking point. The town of Derry has a secret rule. When something horrifying happens, everyone pretends it didn't. Not because they don't care, but because they're afraid that if they acknowledge it, they'll become the next one taken. So the authorities don't ask, what killed those kids? They ask, who can we blame? And that's where things get cruel. Because if you need a scapegoat in a town built on fear, you pick the person they already whisper about. Ronnie's father. The same man who was falsely blamed for Maddie's disappearance. The same man who works every day with tired hands and tired eyes. The same man who knows that the world is not kind to people who look like him. And when Ronnie asks him, are they really going to try and pin this on you? He smiles, a smile that has seen this kind of pain before. Everything will be okay. But it won't be. Not in Derry. Not when the truth is a threat. Because while the police discuss what he did, Ronnie remembers the screaming mutant baby in the theater. She remembers the blood on the seats, the shadows on the ceiling, and the laughter that didn't sound human. But try explaining that to a courtroom. Fear doesn't need proof. Fear just needs a target. And while the town looks for someone to blame, the real force behind all of this is already preparing its next move. The meteorite fragments. Small. Old. Pulled from a fall that happened long before the town existed. These stones don't just contain Pennywise. They understand him. Because Pennywise didn't come from Derry. He came from the void. The place that existed before stories. Before memory. Before the idea of monsters even had a name. Pennywise isn't evil. He's hunger. Primordial. Perfect. Patient. So when Tanel says, they did something to me. They went inside my mind. He's not describing fear. He's describing intrusion. Pennywise doesn't attack the body first. He enters the mind, the memory, the quiet places inside you that only you believe are safe. And when someone says, we'll keep it in its cage, they don't understand. There is no cage for something that feeds on thought itself. Now we shift focus. Major Leroy Hanlon. The one man in this town who feels like he carries the weight of history on his shoulders. General Shaw summons him, and his voice is cold. I've been looking for someone like you for a long time. And suddenly this isn't just a town mystery anymore. This is national, political, military, strategic. Because if there is something ancient beneath Derry, something powerful enough to reshape fear itself, then whoever controls it controls the world. And the meteorite fragments, they aren't relics. They're weapons. Weapons that governments, armies, nations would kill to possess. But the military forgot one thing: you can't hold Pennywise. Pennywise holds you. Then comes Halloran, the man who sees things, not visions, not hallucinations. Truth, unfiltered, unforgiving. He speaks to Hanlon, his voice hollow. I saw dead people. The camera doesn't show us bodies. It shows a temple of the dead beneath the town. Bodies suspended, floating, weightless, silent, not alive, not gone. Stored. Because Pennywise doesn't just kill. He keeps, he collects, he curates his victims like memories. Because every scream leaves a flavor, and Pennywise remembers every one. And while all of this is happening, Lily is breaking. Shattered pickle jars on the floor, symbols of her father, symbols of guilt, symbols of the story she never escaped. And Pennywise whispers through every shard, it was your fault. Because Pennywise doesn't destroy your life, he convinces you to do it yourself. Then the sky turns red. Smoke. Thick. Heavy. Rolling over the town like a choking fog. Not weather. Presence. Pennywise is no longer hiding. He is waking. And the final words of the trailer echo like a poison. What's the matter? Seeing things. Laughter. Not joyful. Not playful. Predatory. Predestination. Pennywise doesn't ask because he wants an answer. He asks because you already know. The fear is real. The monster is real. The town is dying. And this time, no one is waking up from the nightmare.